You have learned that suffixes are parts that go at the end of words. Suffixes help words sound and look right when we read or spell. In class, you have learned 3 different suffixes that can go at the end of a base word. The first one is suffix s, which can make the sound s or z at the end of a base word. The next one is suffix ed, which makes the sound ed at the end of a base word and lets us know that something has already happened. The last suffix you have learned about in class is suffix ing, which lets us know that something is happening now when it is at the end of a base word. Before we practice spelling base words with suffixes, we need to be able to hear the suffixes at the end of base words and then determine the base word by itself. Let's practice. I am going to say some words. Echo me and think if there is a suffix on that word. Then we can just delete the suffix sound we hear and we will be left with just the base word. Be careful, I might try to trick you and give you some base words that don't have a suffix at all, so you'll really need to listen. Ready? The first word is dogs. You say dogs. Did you hear a suffix at the end of dogs? Yes, you heard suffix s. The base word is just dog. Listen to this word, cat. Do you hear one of our suffix endings at the end of the word cat? No, we don't. That word doesn't have a suffix, so we don't need to take anything away to determine the base word. The base word is just cat. Listen to this one. Rented. You say rented. Do you hear one of our suffix at the end of rented? We do. We hear suffix ed at the end. So if we take that sound away from rented, we're left with the base word rent. Let's do one more. The last word we're going to practice before we spell is jumping. You say jumping. Do you hear one of our suffix sounds at the end of jumping? Yes, we hear suffix ing. So if we take off that sound from jumping, we're left with the base word jump. Now that we can determine base words in words with suffixes, we are ready to spell words with suffixes. The first word we're going to spell is hats. Mr. McQuiston has a lot of hats. You say the word hats. Is there a suffix on the word hats? Yes, there is. What is the base word? The base word is just hat. So we're going to tap the sounds we hear in the base word hat. At. Now I'm going to tap to spell. H-A-T. I'm ready to spell the base word. At. Hat. But the word I said was hats. So I need to add one of my suffixes to my base word hat to change it to hats. Which suffix do I need? That's right, I need suffix s at the end to change hat to hats. So I've got the base word hat and with my suffix hats. All right, let's try another one. The next word is trusted. I trusted my son to turn in his homework. What's the word? Trusted, that's right. Do you hear a suffix on the word trusted? Yes, we hear ed at the end, so we know there's suffix ed. So what is the base word of trusted? The base word is trust. Now that we know the base word, we're going to tap the sounds we hear in the base word. Ready? Here we go. T, s, t. Now I'm going to tap to spell. In case you don't do this a lot in class, let me tell you what it is. It's just like tapping to read a word, only when I touch my fingers together, instead of saying the sound, I say the letter that makes those sounds. So my base word was trust. T, s, t. Now tap to spell. T, R, U, S, T. Now I'm ready to write the letters in the word trust. That word had a lot of letters. So if I'm not sure I got all the sounds or letters in the right order or I missed one, here's how I check. I'm going to touch under each letter and make the sound, and then run my finger under it quickly and put all the sounds together. T, s, t, trust. I got them all. Now, that's all the sounds in my base word, but my original word had a suffix. It was the word trusted. So which of our suffix endings will change trust to trusted? That's right, suffix ed. So I'm going to add that at the end of my base word trust to change it to trusted. So now I have trust, trusted. Let's do one more. The last word we're going to spell today is the word jumping. The cat is jumping on the bed. What is the word? That's right, jumping. Is there a suffix on it? Yes, we hear ing at the end, so we know that it has suffix ing at the end of jumping. So what is the base word? That's right, it's just jump. So now we're going to tap the sounds that we hear in the base word jump. J, p. Now let's tap to spell before we write our word. J, U, M, P. Now I'm ready to write my base word. I'm going to check that I got all my letters in the right order by touching and making the sound of each letter. J, m, p. Jump. Got it. But that's just my base word. The word I actually said was jumping. So which suffix do I have to add to the end of jump to change it to jumping? That's right, suffix ing makes the ing sound at the end of jumping. So now I have jump, jumping. So now you know how to spell a base word with a suffix, and we practiced how to do it. So now when you spell words with suffixes, remember to find the base word first. Tap and spell out just the base word, and then add your suffix at the end of your base word. All right, well, I hope this helps you spell words with suffixes, and I'll see you next time with something else to learn.